Hello and welcome everyone, duckyobrien here, and today I'll be bringing you guys a preview of the demo of Cartel Tycoon. Cartel Tycoon is being developed by Moon Moose and it's being published by tinyBuild. We'll be releasing it into late 2020 onto Steam. The price has yet to be announced. But yeah, when we get into it, this is basically a management sim, so kind of feels similar to, games like Tropico and whatnot. Maybe a little bit like Frostpunk. Not really, but when we get into it, your main job is to run a cartel. That's right. You're gonna be selling weed and cocaine in the alpha version. I'm pretty sure you can go into other drugs as well. You can grow chickens. For the sake of hiding drugs, I assume. Alright, here we are. This business will be the death of me, blah blah blah. You're playing Felix Vijo, and you're trying to just become a successful cartel owner. Alright. We'll just go. So here we have him. He's a lieutenant. Well, he's the head, but you can use him to manually move things over. We have farms, which are the basic producing element, I guess. It can produce cannabis, vegetables, coca, coffee, spice, and chickens. You need to upgrade it to be able to produce those things later. Delivery trucks will pick it up and put it into the warehouse, and then they'll take it from the warehouse into the lab where it gets turned into dried cannabis. That gets shipped back into the warehouse, and then you have to take the dried cannabis to an airport to sell it. So this game is pretty simple, but it does have a lot of mechanics in that, airports can take any sort of drugs, contraband, whereas ports over here will only take legal items, so you have to hide the drugs in vegetables or fruits or whatever. And then across the border over here, you can only bring illegal stuff as well. You gotta hide your drugs. Anyways, we're gonna start by building a warehouse. So if you look at this warehouse here, whatever is in the circle of the warehouse will automatically get routed correctly, the traffic. You don't have to worry about that. So let's see, rotate this a little bit. I don't want it to overlap, that's why. I think I'll just build it here. And I'm gonna build farms. So if you look here, the efficiency is 60%. Other areas are 30%. Over here, it's 100%. So, if the farms are more efficient, they'll produce more. Okay, and after that, you have to build roads. So, I like having my roads neat. Okay. Alright, now if you look here, we see the destinations. It's going to be picking up the cannabis from the farms. It's going to be moving into the warehouse, and it's going to take the cannabis into the lab. I only built 2 because this is 60% efficient here, so I've noticed that if you build too much, then your warehouses will get overwhelmed, and then what happens when that happens is that it will alert the attention of the police, and if you don't do anything about it quickly, they'll come and lock your building down. There's a lot of things to consider, so let me move this guy back here. We're gonna route the weed into the airport. Sorry, cannabis. To do this, it might be a little bit faster. So these lieutenant characters are pretty powerful individuals. You can micro them, kind of like an RTS. So I'm using them to ferry drugs right now. Alright, we met the first part of the tutorial. Here it is. I'm just skipping through this. I don't know if you guys are interested. Alright. Now we get to use the lieutenants. I found it funny how they can only carry so much in their car, and I was like, I'm pretty sure, like, if they're just rolling joints and carrying that out, that they can fit a lot more than just like 6, you know, or 10. Unless they're massive. Okay, so I'm gonna explain the mechanics as they appear. Again, you got the farms producing whatever you want. You take them into the warehouse to store them, and from there delivered to a lab. And then later you're gonna get a workshop, which will either package them so you can bundle them into bigger components, or package them with like legal items to hide them. So fruits, chickens, you know, you name it. After that though, you know, you send it to ports. Now the trouble comes in where if you have a lot of farms and only one airport, you're gonna get bottleneck and you're gonna build up a lot of resources, and then you're gonna draw the attention of the police. So you have to expand and take over territories. There's a whole thing there. So you can also take your money and launder it in the bank. So we're doing that as well. If you look here, we got dirty money, legal money. Okay. I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the dried cannabis. Oh, is it gone? Oh, the truck left. Alright, that's cool. I'll take the money here and then take all of that in one go if I can. I can't. Alright. I think I lost that money. What happened to it? You can also speed it up here. Yeah, I'll do that right now. Make it go a little bit faster for you guys. Alright, here it is, the police. Pablo Crespo. Blah blah blah, and now he is extorting money from him. You can't deny me your friendship. F you! So now we have a month to raise $50,000. And then we have this guy here. I don't understand why I can't give him a bribe. I don't know if it's disabled, but anyways. What happens is, we got terror now. So here, if you have a building that's suspicious, it'll be arrested. So you can't use it for like a couple of days, and then you're gonna have to buy it back. So you have to manage your buildings fairly well. Take the money. I don't know what. Okay, you know what? Whatever. Let's take that, deliver it to the lab. Okay, we'll move that here. Uh-oh. We're gonna get the capos coming. Now you're gonna be able to automate this later by buying a residence, which will act as kind of like a temporary bank. So I'm gonna have to take that over later, like these buildings here. You can build one too, but it's just easier to take one over. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna funnel money from your airport into your residence, and then from there to the bank to be laundered. So it's acting as temporary banks. Just kind of hilarious. Alright, we got a new lieutenant coming in. Alright, alright. So, let's slow it down. Let's pause it real quick. Here you can see the tutorial. It'll tell you how to do things. I didn't get it the first time through. It's a little bit more complicated than I thought it would be, but it's pretty simple once you get into the game. Right now we have 2 different quests coming in. We got a research workshop at the research center. So we're gonna do that. This is your research center, so you got information here. Here's your research center, so let's see. Workshop. Let's research that. 10k. The bribe is still going. We got 19 days left, which is enough. We're gonna build a workshop. This is where you package the dried cannabis into a drug pack for the airport. Now we're gonna launder the money. First of all, let's send this guy into Residence 3. Can he take that over? Oh yeah, so he has a power rating, and if it's greater than whatever you're trying to take over, you can totally conquer it. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Let's see. Oh. Uh-oh, it's gonna draw the attention of the police if I don't deliver that money right away. There we go. It's gonna get arrested. Okay, let's see. We got the workshop. Let's slow it down real quick. We're gonna build it right over here. Oops, wrong button. And build it right here. And then we're gonna build a road. There we go. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna route our factories into not the aerodrome, but the workshop. And then we're gonna route. There we go. So what's happening here is that the weed is being delivered to the warehouses, to the lab. The dry cannabis is taken to the warehouse. That's taken to the workshop, where it's going to be turned into drug packs. And that is going to be taken to the airport. So, alright, let's move them out here. Again, if it overfills, it'll draw the attention of the police. And if you don't act fast enough, they will arrest the building. I don't know how arresting a building works, but... Okay, I'm gonna move this manually. Again, this is the alpha, so a lot of things will obviously change by the time the game comes out. Alright, it's taken over. We can turn it on. We're gonna add the airport as a destination. And the bank, so now the profits will be rerouted through the residents. He has a dream, blah blah blah, talking about snow, cocaine. Alright, you can either take over a cocaine production facility, there's one up here, which you can do fairly easily. But I want to build my own chain. Okay. So right here, this is really easy to take over. There's 0, so just send a dude over there. Take it over ASAP. Okay, let's move him over here. Now, if you pay attention to this, the truck should be carrying money to the residents, and you should be automatically laundering money. So, let's make sure it's set up properly. Alright, it's on. Now we gotta research farms level 2. I'm gonna take the dried cannabis and give it to the workshop. No, I haven't taken over himself. Oh, there goes the money. There goes the money. Exciting. Come on. Go over to packages himself. Okay, you don't have to do this, by the way. You can just let it, everything just run automatically. There it goes. The money's gonna go into... it's gonna go into the bank. Exciting. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna speed it up again because we need the farms to research, and then we're gonna start making cocaine. Alright, now we have package weed only going into the airport. Alright, I don't want to make this faster because eventually it will overwhelm the airport because you want to have, you know, things left over so you can send the cocaine in. Alright, let's start making cocaine. I'm gonna do it over here. Cocaine takes forever to build, so let's do it slowly. I think I would prefer to build a warehouse first because that determines where things can go. Nope, I'm messing up a lot. Just ignore that. Alright, I'll build a warehouse over here. Seems like 3 farms is, you know what, we'll do 2 farms because it's 100% around here. Then we'll build a lab. And then later I'm going to send it to the hardware, so I'll do that later, but let's connect these. Okay. Wait, I forgot. You have to upgrade these. And send it to coca. And set this to cocaine. Alright. And then now I need more fields. Let's see when the bribe is coming in. I gotta make sure I have enough money. Alright. Warehouse. So the warehouses have a limited number of drivers. That's why, you know, I'm building basically 3 farms per warehouse. Last time I did it, 3 was a lot for someone somewhere that had 100% efficiency. So that's why I'm just building 2 right now. Set to coca. All right. Oh, the lab is not in range. Wow. I done goofed there. That's fine. Actually, this is not fine. I'm gonna have to have guys deliver it manually then. Okay, so far that's good. I'll have him move here and deliver the cocaine himself. I messed up in the design of this. I kind of want to redo it, but it's okay. Okay. Hey, why is regular cannabis being delivered to the airport? That shouldn't happen. Wait, these are 30% efficiency? Why? Yeah, it's at 100%. I don't understand. It's okay. You need 92 coca plants to produce 3 units of cocaine. It's going slow. I think I can risk adding one more farm here. Cocaine does take a while to grow. Alright. Yeah, I could have planned this out a lot better, but, you know, what can you do? Oh, what? There's no warehouse for this guy. Darn it. Okay, I guess I'm building another warehouse? What a waste. Okay, since this one is near this, it should bring the cocaine into here. Let me see where it goes. Yeah. No? What? Where are you going, my dude? I made so many mistakes designing this. Okay. Just deliver that. Let's speed it up now. Just make sure it's not being overwhelmed. We have enough money for the bribe, it's perfect. Check our weed operation. Okay, it's going fairly decent. I could probably add another farm here, but again, I don't want to overwhelm the airport. You know, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of enjoy this game. Is it bad that I kind of want to figure out like how this works? Sorry, I was all tabbing there a little bit. Something broke. Alright, yeah, F you. Just working on producing our cocaine now. Okay, let's just check our warehouses. It's not the most optimal or, you know, beautiful layout, but it'll work. It's a lack of trucks that kind of kill you, to be honest. Let's check again. That's good. That looks good. Right, we're not overwhelming this. You can check their efficiency rating too. We could probably, you know, increase the amount of farms and warehouses we have around here, but the airport can only take so much, so you gotta consider that as well. I'm not manually moving this because I was an idiot and I didn't plan this out correctly. So you want the warehouses to be touching everything that you want to work there automatically, because you can only do one more additional destination in the very beginning. Yeah, there's upgrades to get more, you know, so that comes later. Okay, we got our cocaine done soon. Heck yeah, we unlocked another lieutenant. Tony Quintero. Alright, this is the end. This is the end of the demo. Now you can do whatever you want, but your main goal is to acquire control of all of the regions. So this dude is super strong. He has a power of 5. And to take over a city, you kind of need to... Well, you can send a max dudes in there because they're on 9 strength. Or you can whittle away their power by taking over the surrounding areas. Yellow means it's a neutral city, and you can acquire control by bribing people. And after that you can launder money, etc. So you see the terror meter here. So as you take over buildings, the terror meter increases. However, if you lay low and do nothing, then it'll decrease slightly. But for that to happen, you have to take over the entire area, because every time you go in to, you know, sell contraband, etc., because your airport's gonna get bottlenecked, it will go up. So you want to take over the entire region. So we'll do that later. Right now, just trying to make our cocaine empire a dream. Yeah, let's make sure that these aren't overwhelmed. That looks good. Alright. Yeah, I made a big mistake here. The warehouse should have touched the lab. I was a fool. And I have to do this manually, which is not a lot of fun. Okay, I'll show off the research stuff you can do. If you look at warehouse tier 2, you get, you know, one more truck. Not only that, you get more storage capacity, so you have to worry less about microing it and making sure that everything's there. That it doesn't get overwhelmed and draw the attention of the police. The trucks themselves can carry more, and you can have one more destination, which is really good. If you look at the lab here, you got basically, you know, storage capacity and new resources. I can make meth once I get to a lab at level 3. Residences are the places where you kind of use as a temporary bank. If you look here, you get more trucks. You can carry more per truck, so that's good as well. You got the workshop. Basically, more trucks, bigger trucks, additional destinations. Hydrochloric acid. So this is pretty much the game. This is the alpha. There's gonna be more added. There's gonna be a lot of balance changes, obviously, before it comes out. But basically, you know, what I'm gonna do next is I wanna buy this person. Okay, I got this region now, so that, you know, when I take over these areas, you know, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. Again, you wanna do it slowly so that you don't increase the terror meter. But what I want to do is I want to take over the cocaine field here, and then I'm going to use this airport and this residence to sell the cocaine, and then use the residence to launder the money at this bank here. So you're going to want to build a bank. You know, you're going to take these steps so that you don't get bottlenecked, because if I only use... oh, that's getting filled up pretty quickly. So here's the problem. Let me move him over. Deliver the cocaine. If you look at this airport, it's gonna be overwhelmed trying to sell everything. So eventually you're gonna want to move them to other places. Okay, let's take a look at that. It's a lot of cocaine. It's not being moved. We can kind of deliver that over here. If I go here, you're gonna see that's gonna increase the terror meter. The terror rating, sorry. Okay, so that aerodrome... Drome? What? I thought it was aerodome. Okay. I was reading it wrong this entire time, so I can't talk right now. Stumbling over my words. But yeah, it's being bottlenecked right now, so if I continue at this rate, I'm eventually going to have it overwhelmed and then draw the attention of the police. So I'm gonna want to open up either this harbor here and package the cocaine with vegetables, which I'm gonna do later. And then up here, I'm gonna open it up here, take over the cocaine production plant. Again, take over the airport and the residence, and I build a bank here so they have my own network kind of making money from cocaine here. And then I'm gonna have to redirect the cocaine from here all the way down to the port here. So I don't know why, but I really like this game. I'm not gonna be like a drug dealer or whatever in real life, obviously, but I kind of see this as like a production line, sort of. How to min-max match the input with the output so you're not wasting anything. 100% efficiency, you know, tweaking it for that being the goal. I think it's pretty fun. So I'm gonna call it here. I think you guys kind of get an idea what the game is going to be like. Again, it's in its alpha stages right now, so obviously there's gonna be more added to it and a lot of, you know, balancing and bugs being fixed. So once again, this was Cartel Tycoon, developed by Moon Moose and published by tinyBuild, coming late 2020. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. Thank you so much for dropping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. And so I'm losing my voice here. As always, hope you guys are staying safe and sane out there. And as always, catch you guys next time.